Another quick update. Normally my quick updates take about 15 minutes. Batman Kunai. This is coming along really well. So last time I talked about extending this out, which I've got some film of. That went really well. I'm happiest. This still looks derpy as all get out. But because I was able to forge it wider, the little holes shouldn't be too much of a problem. Next time I'll have a better pattern and less stammer. But I'm really excited for that. That's going to take a while to get cleaned up though. What I'm even more excited for is the traditional kunai. Last video I talked of, I had it wrong. I originally forged the end thicker here to get a taper kind of down this. And looking back at the pictures, I felt that was wrong. That this needed to be flattened here instead, and I shouldn't have that taper. I'm taking that back entirely. I do like the idea of making this wider first, like thicker, to get this taper, to make the handle a little heavier, and then bringing it down and then driving the hole through. I didn't expect to have so much weight in the handle. The majority of my items, or what I like, I tend to do the rings, but my handles are usually, there we go. That is just not going to work on this one. Look how much further back I am. Which I find exciting, as in some of the kata that I found of kunai, you're striking down with the handle. I totally get that now. To have the weight, I think I'm onto something. I'm not going to say I am onto something, as the pictures I've seen, as I've complained before, are two-dimensional, black and white. I said I was going to mark it in this book, but it matters not. Oh, I could just edit, couldn't I? That's a crazy concept. I could go, ooh, look, this sped up, and I found it right away. Kunai, look at that. This is History and Traditions, Sumisoke. Here we got some pictures of what I would call a traditional kunai. Look at that. So the caveat, as my quick explanations always become long, at the time period that I'm interested in, the steel would have arrived really in whatever form you would have gotten it. It could have been a big chunk. It could have been 1,000 different things. Because I just don't know. But I highly doubt it's going to be bars. With that said, I feel that they would have drawn this out to either a length. I'm making all of this up. This is the closest to this shape that I've managed so far. Basing that on this, it all starts to this width. And then keeping enough weight and having that shape with hammering. Because I cannot believe that they'd be using a lot of files and shaping devices on something that was rudimentary. So I feel the hammer's got to produce the majority of this work. I don't have a historical picture of this side, angle, side, what have you. It's thin, it's parallel almost all the way till it goes here, and then it gets really fat and up into the handle. So we get that cross section. It's just past the thickest point where I get that strength back, because they say it's a digging and a leverage tool. So that adds to it too. I can't have it taper all the way down, nor would you even if it were a throwing blade. And I would like to test this with being thrown. It's going to be a different bag of monkeys than this one. This one, I'm quite comfortable with the weight. This one feels not only different, that this one's going to sink into a target quite deeply. Yeah, we'll find out. That'll be a fun afternoon. So I'm really excited that this one is coming towards a conclusion. That is, that's not even wide enough to get a rope through yet. I'm having problems with my punching through. That's my punch. It's not designed to create that small of a hole, nor do I have a back bluebel. So when this gets heated up, it'll sit over that bluebel, and then the driving rod will get forged through, expanding that hole. But without having a proper plate with corresponding hole, what happens is just gets, as you hammer down, it loses all its shape. You can get it back again, but can we see here the little smiley face? Yeah, I don't like that.